I think I started good. So let me start with tackling the big question. Why are we not happy? Usually is like people are talking to you, what's the problem? This is in the field of happiness. And, they say, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know how it looks like. I'm just not feeling it. And so immediately you need to commit if you want to change. You got to believe in yourself to be happy. So it's not something that just comes. You need to commit and you need to make decisions. And that is where what I call contentment comes. So in the contentment also, you need to tell yourself, be empathetic, where we talked a lot about that, and how can you learn to be empathetic is to know what makes you happy or sad, or what people around you have done with you, where you can exercise that empathy. So but I think empathy first for happiness to start has to start with one. Okay, so tackling the word happiness is bottom line. You need to research your habits and your patterns. And that's where we come in as coaches. You're not happy where you stand. As a professional, I've taken learn how to learn, because everything is about redesigning yourself like a garden. You haven't finished your GED, that's something that's gonna, like in my case, I didn't finish my GED, and had I not finished, I would have been a horrible lady. I'm still a little, but not that bad. No estoy amarga. Okay? So, when you grow old, I think it really counts. How many times you fall, will also indicate, how many times you have to get up. And you're going to have pain regardless. Okay? So at this point is knowing what makes you happy, knowing that it's your turn. It is your turn. It's your commitment. And for that, we coach happiness. And when we coach happiness, we allow you to tell us about yourself. And then we start with your strengths, is where I coach. I've been able to coach young kids, teenagers that are not, that are basically lost, and they're transient, and they have walked many distances to get where they're at. And they know what they want. Some don't know what they want. They just want to work. But that person that knows, that child that knows what they want, it's something, it's a delight to work with that child. That child that is not, I think all child know what they want, is the adult that has been dispersuaded from what he thought he liked as a child. Because I really feel that what you do as a child, like if you like to build, construct, art, read, write, play games in the computer, those is indication that those are things that you basically immerse yourself and you become focused, and it's the flow. With that is what we want for our life, because I believe that is where the happiness comes. The other thing is the strengths. So we coach the strengths. We can give you ways to coach the strengths by asking you questions, and even giving you self-help quizzes and summaries for you to take. The same with optimism. How optimistic are you? Remember that everything is from 0 to 5. You want to do to 10, fine. You want to do to 100, fine. But you can always do it from 0 to 10. Okay, 10. Okay. And you have Viktor Franklin, and he's the one from, actually, that's one of the ones we use for the teenagers, and that is for suicidal, when the Nazi internment camp. And he watched as people either died, sustained, and made it. And it was all due to how they thought. Okay? So, I don't care what age you are. Okay, so coaching for goals. I also do these when my clients come by. They have to have goals, and if they don't have goals, I need to ask them, well, what do you do at home? Gardening. Oh, well, maybe design gardens, maybe be, I don't know. Bottom line, I need to know what they want for me to be able to say yes. But one of the ways I work with my teenagers is tell them when they come from other countries or other places or have deficient grade level because somebody's been telling them that they're not smart, is to immediately get a GED packet. Immediately take classes on learning how to learn. Because I really think that if they say they see themselves done and they see them and they follow their goal, their thing here is that they've been told that they can't do it. So it's Seligman's research, learned behavior. So we coach you, or I coach them that well, I tell them, we here are positive psychology, and what you think is what you do. Look, we're with you. So the other one is relationships that we can coach. Okay, I have had colleagues that have talked to me about the relationship, and I have spoken about this. It's a pie. It's a pie. If the relationship is 50% done, you really have to work. I'm sorry. And that means tells me that you both need to sit at the table and say, okay, why are we here? And try and get it. Geez, 75, still you have to work a lot. But at least it's worth it, okay? So you ask yourself, is this worth it? Put it on a pizza pie. If it's just 1/3, what is it? If it's just like 25%, geez, you can work with that. Let's probably have, you're 12% and he's 12%. Even if it's 75%, he's, 12%. Okay, you want to work 50%? That means you're 25% of the problem, he's 25%. As long as you both know where you stand, that is the relationship, okay? Now, when it comes to mindfulness, what I learned was that positive psychiatry had been using ancient philosophy to do this meditation, this cleansing of body, this cleansing of mind, yoga, meditation. And I'm like, really? Our psychiatry here in USA, I mean, why didn't I get an email? The same thing. We got positive psychology in 1995. Well, why didn't I get an email? I mean, come on. Me now in 2020, thank God, last year. You get the picture, right? Here we go. So then we have gratitude. Well, I didn't talk about resilience because we coach on resilience, okay? We have ways to measure your resilience. And remember that as positive psychologists, facilitators, I am going to just say, wow, well, what are you good on? And then you're going to say, well, then were you able to do that? How did you do that? And what was your resiliency? And you're going to tell me, and I'm going to tell you, well, hey, you've got it. You've got it. And that's all we want to hear. We want to hear you. We want to hear, I love you, where I believe me telling myself, I love myself. Okay, you have to. You don't love yourself first. If you don't have empathy first, if you're not gentle with your mind, and again, I wish I had this memo a long time ago, I think I would have been a much happier individual, actually more secure. Okay, I've always been behind. You know, I don't mind writing, I don't mind, but there's times when you got to be in the front. The last one is again the gratitude with the resiliency and the purpose. Okay, so between resiliency and people having to stay home because of COVID got me to research, because again, I'm always in the forefront talking to somebody. Like right now, I'm still in El Salvador because I'm a writer and I write, I'm not rich, we're educated, and I just signed for someone to get a position on a book that I wrote. We're not rich, we're educated. And basically it's giving faith to the parents on how to not give up on their children and to spot what they do and to invest on that and to go to the standards that they have for teachers. They don't just have them for teachers, they also have them for parents. And that is how you begin to take some kind of control on how your child is going to finish school. Okay? So again, all these things are things that we can coach. These are things that I've been coaching, not on the positive psychology, but under I believe you can do it. I believe that we can do it. And now I coach this on the I believe we can do it, because that's PERMA. That's one of our secrets. Okay, there's 7. I also do it under having the emotional engagement, that I know that I am okay, I'm human, that I have meaning, and that the relationship around me really counts. Okay? My intellectuality. So that's what I'm going to preach to you, because that's what we can only coach and apply. Okay? And again, you're going to wind up saying, why didn't I get the email? So, coach, facilitating on positive psychology is one of the ways to keep sane. Thank you. Even if you don't get paid. I personally use it in my workforce, in whatever I touch. But I mainly use it for myself. And I have to practice it by saying inspire, because that's my best one. Thank you. Esmeralda Gonzalez. I am PPM 3. I have enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you to my community.